What you are about to hear is a sports talk radio show unlike any other that has ever before been broadcast in the capital city of Cheyenne, Wyoming, USA. This is Cheyenne, Wyoming's Sports Talk Authority. The Wyoming Cowboys, the Denver Broncos, the Colorado Rockies, and the Denver Nuggets. The show is local, it's regional, and yes, the show is national as well. Wyoming Sports Talk Today is on the air. If they're talking sports on the radio in Cheyenne, this is the place it happens. This is Wyoming Sports Talk Today.
We are back, and I mean we are back after a long road trip. Good to be back in the studio. Let's talk sports today, being brought to you by Taco John's of Cheyenne, Jolly Rogers RV Sales and Service on Highway 30, Chick-fil-A at the corner of Windmill and Del Range, where you can get 3 delicious square meals served up by Ray and Cindy, the crew, Monday through Saturday. Chick-fil-A right across from Menards on Del Range and Windmill. Kia of Cheyenne over on Nationway. Yeah, just a few 18s on the lot. 19s are here. Kick a few tires, take a test drive. The Kia sell themselves. But, AJ and Greg and the whole crew over there, they're there to assist you in any way, shape, or form at Kia of Cheyenne. Plant Valley Bank, 2 banking locations. Saw my good buddy Rick Flood over at the Vanda High location. He was busy, so he didn't have time to see me. That's why he was my good buddy. Didn't have to talk to me today. Anyway, Plant Valley Bank, again, 2 banking locations for you. All of today's banking services, whether you do the techno banking or you do the old-fashioned walk into the bank and do your business that way, you'll find them over on Vanda High, and you will also find them at the corner of College and Pershing. What?
Hey, again, you're just a complete mess over there. Go figure.
I'm tired. You got to go to sleep. I didn't. Medicap Pharmacy.
I slept barely anything.
Medicap Pharmacy for all your pharmaceutical needs. They are over on Bluegrass Circle next door to Texas Roadhouse. Lennox Auto Body ×2. The main repair center over on Dunn Avenue. The Auto Glass and Detail Center on Pershing Boulevard. First Tier Bank. Banking, done the old-fashioned way, customer service. Each time you walk in, hey, check out their special CD rates right now, open Monday through Friday, 1508 Stillwater Avenue. Right across the street at 1507 Stillwater Avenue, Sweet Dean, the Greenway Commons. How about Paisan Cuisine at its finest? Freshly made goodies for you, always from Joe and the gang at Mondello's Pizzeria. Mars Plumbing Heating, 1515 Logan Avenue. Don't forget to see them, especially for heating fixtures right now. As a matter of fact, they'll come on by and take care of what's ailing your heating apparatus. Give them a call or see them at 1515 Logan Avenue, Mars Plumbing Heating. And we get things underway with our scoreboard. It's brought to you by Pepsi of Cheyenne. Here's Nick.
NHL action for tonight is only a light schedule, but we will see the Boston Bruins at home at TD Garden taking on the Philadelphia Flyers. Rangers of New York in New Jersey taking on the Devils at Prudential Center, and the Winnipeg Jets will play host to the Columbus Blue Jackets. That's what's happening NHL action for tonight, and also to do want to remind folks regarding hockey as well. 2 coming up this weekend at the Ice and Event Center. Cheyenne Stampede back at home, 3-game homestand. Game 1 on Friday, 7:35 puck drop. They will take on the Northern Colorado Eagles. They're not the Junior Eagles anymore, but again, that will be Friday's contest, and Saturday and Sunday they'll play host to the Steamboat Wranglers. Saturday's contest, 7:35 puck drop, and Sunday's matinee at 1 o'clock. So again, Cheyenne Stampede at home at the Ice and Event Center this weekend.
You're a mess.
I know. Again, I barely slept like you.
Let's go to the NBA scoreboard. On the hardwood for tonight, the Pistons in the Little Caesars Arena will play host to the Dallas Mavericks. The Magic tonight in the Amway Center with a date against the Indiana Pacers. It will be the Bucks and the Raptors in the Scotiabank Arena in Toronto. Nets and Spurs in the AT&T Center in San Antonio. At the Oracle tonight, the Golden State Warriors, they will hook up with the Philadelphia 76ers. Warriors still with the best record in the West. And what are they on? 11-game win streak, if I'm not mistaken. And
10 or 11, somewhere in there.
That's 11. And the Lakers and the Clippers in the battle for the who cares? Anyway, it's at Staples Center tonight. The City of Angels battle between the Clips and the Lakers. Our scoreboard brought to you by Pepsi of Cheyenne.
Yo, this is your cup holder talking. You know me, the little round thing between your car seats. Now, listen, we need to talk. Now, I normally have a nice cold bottle of Mountain Dew in me, but at the moment, I'm empty. That's right, no Mountain Dew. Nothing in here but a couple of quarters and a dime. A fully capable cup holder like me just carrying your loose change, it's embarrassing. Look, I'm not made for loose change. I'm round like a bottle of Mountain Dew. Glistening, cold, and delicious. I'm made to keep Mountain Dew within reach at all times, so you're never far from that incredible bold citrus kick whenever you need it. Just inches from your hand. So find the store already. Grab some Dew, toss it back, then place that bottle where it belongs, and put that loose change back in your pocket. Mountain Dew. Do the Dew.
When you say Mondello Pizzeria, think authentic Italian. When you say Mondello Pizzeria, think made fresh from scratch. When you say Mondello Pizzeria, think great pizza, delicious Philly cheesesteak, superb hot and cold Italian sandwiches, meatballs, sausage, and special subs, calzones, crisp salads, and great service. When you say Mondello's Pizzeria, think unmatched Italian taste. Mondello's Pizzeria, 1507 Stillwater Avenue, your only true Italian stop for lunch or dinner.
You love the Lennox difference, from collision repair to minor nicks and dents. Certified quality you can trust. Nobody cares about your car more than us. Lennox Auto Body, we do what we say. We fix it right and get you on your way. No shortcuts, no compromise. Lennox Auto Body. No shortcuts, no compromise.
Lennox Auto Body at 1020 Dunn Avenue and the Detail Center at 617 East Pershing Boulevard, Cheyenne.
In life, you question everything. The same should be true when it comes to managing your wealth. What are your investment recommendations based on? How much are you paying in fees? And how can those fees impact your returns? Charles Schwab encourages investors to get engaged and ask tough questions. To learn more, call the Schwab Cheyenne branch at 307-459-0998 or visit schwab.com/Cheyenne. Charles Schwab and Company, Incorporated. Member SIPC.
It's said that membership has its rewards, and at First Education Federal Credit Union, that is especially true. At First Education, members are the owners and get lower loan rates, higher yields on deposits, full online services including a mobile app, and more. We are personalized banking your way, local and a member of the Cheyenne community since 1947. Call 432-7400, go to firstedfcu.com, or visit in person at 120 West Carlson Street. Membership eligibility required, federally insured by NCUA.
Here's the latest weather forecast on 1480 KRAE.
Weather-wise for today, sunshine and breezy, westerly winds at 15 to 20. We're calling for a daytime high of 49. Clear skies for tonight, a low down to 27 degrees. Sunshine for tomorrow, we're expecting a daytime high of 55. And for Friday night, a mostly clear night, our low down to 30 degrees.
When it comes to sports talk in Cheyenne, it's a whole new ballgame. Let's play ball! You're listening to Wyoming Sports Talk today, and it's only here on AM 1480 KRAE.
We are back on Wyoming Sports Talk today. Literally, we are back. We have been gone for a while. Matter of fact, we had to hop on the bus early to head to Powell, where both teams took off, and we spent the night up there Tuesday getting ready for last night's double dip action and getting back at that about 4:45 this morning.
Double dip sweep by LCCC, but we'll talk more about that in the 4 o'clock hour, as it will be the LCCC Coaches Show today.
And an impromptu guest happened to walk in the door, and this is how we roll here on Wyoming Sports Talk today. Again, good friend, matter of fact, a longtime friend of mine, and owner, general manager of the Cheyenne Stampede. And we got a very special event going on this weekend. This is what we're going to talk about. This is why it's impromptu. Matter of fact, Mark brought in one of the jerseys that is going to be up for auction, for sale, and
or at least that one's not up for
auction.
No, that's custom made for me, though.
Well, again, to show folks, and we can throw it up on our screen here, that people can see what they're bidding on, and also head out this weekend and possibly purchase one of these.
And we'll actually send out some people as well, too, as we've been doing this week again, to go see at least the games coming up Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. We will give at least our final 3 tickets to go see the Cheyenne Stampede in action against Sunday's game, February 3rd. Again, part of the Cancer Awareness Series, as they'll take on Steamboat. This is the 1 o'clock matinee contest. So, again, we will choose from our at least various folks who entered on the Facebook side, again, who will be today's final winner.
Mark Lance joins us from the Cheyenne Stampede Cancer Awareness.
Cancer awareness.
You know what?
Weekend.
I'm totally aware of it. I'm glad to be standing and say I'm a survivor of it. And again, this is one of the nice things, too, that you have put on for the 7 seasons with the Stampede, that you've had the opportunity to give back to Cheyenne Regional Medical Center.
And you've given back a lot, as we were discussing at least during the break, of just the amount of money that you've
Well, and again, too, we're close to saying, hey, this thing is going to be eradicated soon. And that's what, with the help of the Cheyenne Stampede, it just adds to that getting closer to ending this sickening disease.
It absolutely does, and that is one of the reasons that we do it. We're touched by all walks of people that work with the team. We've had players that have literally put the Big C into remission. We've had billet parents throughout the years that have battled cancer bravely through all 7 seasons. And you know, the Stampede has always kept any of their charitable giving and charitable funds right here in Cheyenne, Wyoming. We've kept it here. We don't send it off to, you know, the American Cancer Society. We keep the money here locally, and we actually earmark exactly what it's for. We had, you know, we were shocked one year to find out that, you know, real hair wigs for people that are doing radiation are ridiculous in cost. And so one year we tagged our money to go there. I think last year we tagged our money, it was 3 years ago, we tagged our money to go to men's cancer. The team kind of voted on that and wanted to do, so we ended up buying free prostate exams at the cancer center. So it's something that we it's near and dear to our heart, and we continue to support our local entities.
And it reflects also, too, on the at least custom jerseys, which, again, you can bid on. At least you've at least put out the call that it is the last call to bid online for these jerseys, but also, too, we'll have opportunity there at the ISET Event Center if you do make it out there to bid on player-worn jerseys as well, too. But regarding the jerseys, again, it does reflect on there, again, all the colored ribbons, again, all have the different meanings towards whether it's breast cancer, prostate cancer. Again, does reflect also, too, of, again, that statement of what you've kind of put out there of saying, yes, it's for everyone who's kind of ailing at this point.
Right. We used to do strictly just breast cancer when we started out, and you can always talk the guys into saving the tatas, you know. But so we you know, a couple of our boys came to us years back, actually players, and said, hey, let's do this. Can we have it go to this specific cancer? And we've never, and so that's where we started earmarking things, is to go to different, you know, cancer fight. And we know that Cheyenne Regional Medical Center, the foundation, and the Cancer Center, they've always worked with us. And so last year we just basically said, here you go, here's your donation. Go for it, you know, use it where it's needed. And I think it was used in their new infusion room, I guess that's how you say it. And so it is. I mean, and you talk about the jerseys, the auction this year, oh my God, it's all our money raised, you know, all the profit from the jersey auction goes, those are from our fans. So our fans are really the ones that have made the donation, but it's just through us. And we do, I am more than pleased with this year's custom jersey. I'm surprised you don't have it on, Nick.
Well, I just received it, but I as a point to my broadcast partner, how about, again, turn around and grab that for me? We could show at least to those fine folks who are tuning in with us on the Periscope of the 1480 KRAE YouTube channel right now, so you do get a chance to look at it. And again, it is you're going to have to hold it because there is, There you go. At least on the visual side, again, it is to describe to the radio, at least listening audience as well, too. Again, all pink. Again, does have individual, at least, ribbons at the bottom of the jersey as well, too. Again, representing all different cancer likes. Again, the state flag on the shoulder pads as well, too. So, again, for more information, if you want to get a better, more detailed, again, it's online at CheyenneStampede.com. Again, link at the top, I do believe, of the main page where, you can find those specialty jerseys, or at least that online auction going on right now.
You'll find the online auction. Just click on Jersey Auction. It'll take you right to it. These are, out of the seven running seasons, these are probably in all of our opinion, are probably one of the best set of jerseys that we've had. Our custom jerseys. We do pro jerseys, love them, there'll be some photos up tomorrow of the boys and boys wearing them, and if you bid and win one of these jerseys, you win it right off the player's back Saturday night. They'll take a photo with you, they'll autograph it for you, and you get to take it home. And we put fresh. We'll go into our thirds Sunday, so if you show up and want to know what's going on Sunday, how come they're not in their pretty pink jerseys, they've went home already with someone, and they'll be in their striped thirds, as the boys call them, the bumblebees.
Yeah.
When you took over this project years ago and made Cheyenne part of the Western States Hockey League, and again, you've come up with promotional ideas, obviously. It's like the radio business. We borrowed ideas from other events that have gone on, but what you've done for the community, the military appreciation, the cancer awareness, and I know you've also had a chance to be up on the High Mucky Muck board of the Western States Hockey League. Do you guys actually have that opportunity to say, hey, we did this in Cheyenne, I think this would be good, in Phoenix, Dallas, whatever the case may be, or what I'm saying is, are you guys exchanging ideas that try to grow the Western States Hockey League in this type of public service?
Oh, absolutely. Basically, for example, we follow what a minor league pro team does anywhere. Now, do the rest of the owners in the Western States Hockey League do the same? They're their own entity. They're their own owners,
but you're passing along ideas.
We have ideas. We have different things. I mean, as you can see from the tickets, from the custom tickets, even we go down to even customize the tickets for military appreciation, cancer awareness, the Cheyenne Skate the Legend. We really try to go and follow a pro foundation, a semi-pro foundation of this is what you should do, this is what grows fans. So it's
not even just the tickets, it's not even the jerseys. Hell, it's even logoing for the radio show that we do for you guys as well too. Again, at least that professional look, which we, again, at least myself and Pops over here are grateful for, again, what your graphics crew did for us, again, to at least for the Cheyenne Stampede coaches show.
Right. And I mean, it's all part of it. The world is so much in social media that you've got to have good graphics, because if you just put something up like we used to in old days, just type 2 or 3 sentences or type a book, whatever it is, people just to go right by it. They'll stop if there's a photo. So, on the Stampede Facebook, you want to see this jersey, it's there.
Correct me if I'm wrong, Nick, this is the ideal weekend, especially to head out to the Ice and Event Center, because all 3 of our high schools are out.
Yeah, they'll be up north, again, whether it's in Sheridan, Gillette, respectively. So
again,
no games are happening in town at
and
East
I know
Central
we
or
have
South.
our commitment on Saturday afternoon. Puck drops Saturday night, so we'll be done with that commitment. And Sunday, matter of fact, we've done this before Super Bowl Sunday. We've dropped the puck at 1 o'clock, got home in time for kickoff.
Yep, and it's kind of designed that way so you can make it back to the big game if you're a football fan. So also Saturday night, I got to go on this one. Saturday night, we kind of crammed a lot into this weekend. It's also Scout Night. So any of the scouts in Cheyenne, Laramie County, were given special offers to come in. We actually have Saturday, there'll be a Cub Scout troop presenting the colors on ice, so that'll be quite interesting. They'll walk out. Hopefully, they walk out on the red carpet.
Yeah, on the carpet.
Not off the carpet. But we have a custom patch, and we invited all manners or all morphosis of scouting. Boy Scouts, Girl Scouts, American Heritage. There was more than I ever knew, and they were all invited to come to Scout Night, and we have probably 60 to 100 scouts registered to come that have got they're all getting custom-made pocket patches, which, in my opinion, as being an old Scoutmaster, these awesome-looking patches. My graphics people do a wonderful job. I mean, I give them a plug all the time. They make me look so good. So that is still going on. If you're a scout leader, you can still get in. You can still get tickets. We still have a few patches left. And that's just go under game tickets at CheyenneStampede.com, and it'll give you the rundown.
For the first person that's never been to a Stampede event, obviously they're from out of town and they've never been here before. But the thing is, when you say a ticket, it's general admission, but you also, correct me if I'm wrong, still offer, you can stand around the boards as well?
Yep, we have standing room only, general admission, but standing room only around the boards to a certain point. We got to block you when you get to the visiting team locker room because some fans just go a little overboard.
Yeah.
But there's standing room only. The only reserved seats in the house are our season ticket holders. So,
and again, those are designated on those bench seats up there in the Ice at Event Center where you'll know where they'll be sitting at. But again, when I attend, I usually at least stand by the boards because, again, right up on the action.
Well, and like any event that's put on by the Cheyenne Stampede, there's never a sellout. You'll always have a standing room or a ticket for somebody to come on in.
Absolutely, we'd love to have you. The more folks, the better. Of course, it's. The Stampede are going to try this weekend to leap over the Steamboat Wranglers. I believe we're probably 6 points, or no,
I think 7 points or so.
Yeah, I think we're, I actually think it's less. I think
within striking distance.
We're within striking distance of taking over their position. That's, that is our goal.
And that's key also, too, because, again, getting that fourth place spot, that gets the Cheyenne Stampede into playoff bound, or at least, again, where the Stampede are right now, they're not looking at playoffs, again, as we are coming into the final month as well, too, for the regular season.
Yeah, and that will be kind of heartbreaking because we've made playoffs 7 years in a row, and it'll be kind of heartbreaking if we're the odd man out this year, but such is life, such is sports. Everybody's got to learn to deal with adversity.
But you almost love the month of February, especially if you're a Stampede fan, because it's almost like every weekend is Stampede weekend now in the upcoming month.
And this month is solid. We are home all month, every weekend this month. We are home for 3-game series. I think somewhere in there we have one weekend, I think we have a Saturday night with the Eagles. Then they're coming back, the Colorado Eagles. The Junior Eagles.
The Northern Colorado
Eagles. Northern Colorado Eagles. They come up for another game, and I'm not positive if that's a home and home. We go down there one night, but I think that's every weekend you can come out and you can watch Stampede hockey as we make a run into. To secure our spot for playoffs.
Absolutely. Now, what we want to do as well, too, as we need to go to a break as well.
And say adios to Mark because he needs to go.
Absolutely.
He's a busy guy.
Absolutely. What we're going to do is send 3 more fans out there. Again, thank you to all who did at least like, comment, and share our Facebook page post. Again, regarding at least the ticket giveaway, which, again, will include 3 tickets to go see the Cheyenne Stampede in action this weekend. We've already given away Friday and Saturday's 3 tickets. Also, too, including in the prize bag, 3 ticket vouchers to go see Wyoming Cowboy basketball. Again, valid for for any remaining home game over there at Laramie in AA, and also 3 goodies from our friends over at Chick-fil-A at the corner of Delrange and Windmill. So again, the 3 final tickets to go see the Stampede in action this Sunday, 1 o'clock kickoff, or at least I should say puck drop against Sunday with the Super Bowl. It's been a long day, but again, Stampede in action against the Steamboat Wranglers, and our winner will be Billy Garcia. So congratulations to Billy Garcia. You have won 3 tickets.
Don't let those tickets burn, Billy.
They won't, hopefully, as I will notify you on the Facebook side. I will message you of how you come by and pick up the tickets, at least, again, to see the Stampede in action coming up this Sunday.
I feel like Caddyshack. Oh, Billy. don't fail us, Billy. All right, we do need to take a timeout. Mark, thank you so much for coming by. Thank you for
guys.
A check on the jersey here. And again, be part of this very special event.
It's tickets online, ScheyenStampede.com, or you can buy them there at the Ice and Event Center as well.
Online, you can until tomorrow afternoon, right?
Okay, online for the bidding.
For the jerseys, but
jersey
tickets.
auction. Yeah. Tickets are available online all the way up till game time. You can buy your tickets if at the door or online to secure.
But you can get a jersey also tomorrow night as well as Saturday night, right?
Saturday night is when we'll award the jerseys, the custom jerseys. They're a pro weight hockey jersey. They even come with the fight strap. You might want to cut it off because it does cause a little problem when you figure out what is that itch in my back.
I'm so used to it. I have so many hockey jerseys, it doesn't bother me.
Yeah.
All right.
Good job, guys.
Mark, thanks so much. We appreciate you stopping on by. We're going to take a timeout. We'll be back with more Wyoming Sports Talk today after these words on 1480 KRAE.
At Medicap Pharmacy, we concentrate on nothing but your medications and your health. Each location is a locally owned, full-service neighborhood pharmacy. We won't make you walk through aisles and aisles of stuff or wait in a long line. Instead, we'll always make time for you by listening, answering your questions, and explaining your prescriptions.
Medicap Pharmacy. We'll always make time for you.
Medicap Pharmacy, 1947 Bluegrass Circle, next to Texas Roadhouse in Cheyenne. Or call 635-3712.
Holy cow, what is Beret Jewelers up to now? It's Super Bowl sale time at your favorite jeweler.
Burry's entire inventory reduced 50 to 75%. Doors open at 11 a.m. Super Bowl Sunday, and you have 5 hours to liquidate the store. Every ring, necklace, and watch. Everything must go. Discounts are so deep, Burry's is practically giving away the best jewelry for next to nothing. Burry Jewelers, 2206 Delrange.
Burry Jewelers' famous Super Bowl sale, 11 to 4 Super Bowl Sunday.
Be there. The Saratoga Lions Club and the Platte Valley JCs, in partnership with the Carbon County Visitors Council, are proud to announce the 3rd annual Saratoga Ski Joring Races at the Buck Springs Track in Saratoga, February 9th and 10th. Racer registration is Friday the 8th with races on Saturday and Sunday. This event is sanctioned by the Ski Joring USA. General admission to the races is $5 per person. Kids 12 and under are free. Buy your tickets at the gate. Chauncey Williams and the Younger Brothers Band will be performing live on Saturday night at the Platte Valley Community Center. Buy your tickets in advance. For more information, go to www.saratogaskijoring.com. There are a lot of things that can go wrong with your vehicle, and most of it is a minor problem. And John at Shine Auto Repair and Service knows the right way to get you back on track. So with temperatures heading south, now's the perfect time to winterize your car or truck. This can be done with a simple oil change, maybe a tune-up, checking the thermostat, brakes, and shocks. It's the little and important repairs that Cars has performed on all makes of vehicles now for over 25 years to keep you motoring along in any season. For an appointment, call 632-0498 or stop on by at 604 West Lincoln Way. Shine Auto Repair and Service, open Monday through Friday.
When you say Mondello Pizzeria, think authentic Italian. When you say Mondello Pizzeria, think made fresh from scratch. When you say Mondello Pizzeria, think great pizza, delicious Philly cheesesteak, superb hot and cold Italian sandwiches, meatballs, sausage, and special subs, calzones, crisp salads, and great service. When you say Mondello's Pizzeria, think unmatched Italian taste. Mondello's Pizzeria, 1507 Stillwater Avenue, your only true Italian stop for lunch or dinner.
Tired of lazy and predictable sports talk radio? We know you are. This is Cheyenne's new sports radio home. It's Wyoming Sports Talk Today, and it's right here on AM 1480 KRAE.
Welcome back to Wyoming Sports Talk today. It's our LCCC Coaches Show as we'll get to talk hoops coming up in the 4 o'clock hour.
I mean, let's be honest. It's the LCCC show just period today as there's a lot to dive into again. Thanks to Mark Lance for the Shine Stampede, again, owner GM of the team, again, coming in for an impromptu talk about this weekend series. But today's theme, especially at least for Wyoming Sports Talk today, is pretty much going to be focused on the happenings at LCCC, and especially something that we learned on Tuesday afternoon, what happened over there, especially on the athletic side. So
yeah, but I don't know what more we can add because, again, everything is being kind of hush-hush from the administration
you got
side.
tiptoe through everything,
and
due
again,
to legalities.
And then you got some stuff sent to you that was sent via, correct me if I'm wrong, Facebook from former coach Jim Gardner.
No, it wasn't from
Okay.
It wasn't from head coach Jim
All right.
Gardner.
I apologize.
It was actually from a parent of a player who is currently on the team. Sent over what was essentially the team, or at least from head coach Jim Gardner, former head coach, his letter to the players of the team of just what happened with the situation, of just kind of explaining everything to them. So again, we also too, it was just past just about 5 minutes before we went live. LCCC did at least come out with their official statement,
which is not really all that exciting.
It was very vague, and
but it also lends us to think about some stuff.
Oh, absolutely, and that's the worst thing right now, I think, for LCCC at this point in time, especially that athletics department, is again, it's making the community wonder. It's making the community question of things, and to be open and honest with our at least listening audience right now. I myself did reach out to Clark Rasmussen. He declined to at least come in for an interview. He said it was not the right time, so we'll respect that. I also, too, did at least try to reach out to Jim Gardner. Unfortunately, he did not respond back to me, at least today. So hopefully, again, will respond to me at some point in time, but again, did not hear back from at least former head coach Jim Gardner. So it does stand like that right now. Did not expect either parties to at least join us, but again, did offer that platform for them to kind of voice their thoughts and just kind of explain everything as much as they could.
Well, and the way it all came down on Tuesday, and, with both parties, with the administration asking Coach Gardner to leave, nothing was really said.
No, it left a lot of question
Coach
marks.
Gardner was fired. They didn't give him a reason for the firing.
And that's a state of Wyoming, at least saying.
And this is where it's left at. Now, we in the media could pry, and Coach Gardner can talk to close, immediate friends, or he could seek legal on this. Don't know.
Yeah.
And again, what we've tried to do, like you said, we tried to reach out to the parties that were involved, and neither one has said, yeah, we're going to jump in on. But if you read the statement from LCCC, let's get that out, and this is what they are saying about this dismissal.
And this is coming from the Public Relations Department there at LCCC. Again, one Troy Rumpf, who sent this out, again, across at least whether it was on social media or through email, again, sent this across. Again, this got to us just right before we got on today. But the LCCC statement on women's soccer reads like this, quote, LCCC, or at least the Laramie County Community College, has chosen to initiate a new era of leadership for the women's soccer program with the departure of head coach Jim Gardner. The college takes all employment matters seriously with due care and deliberation. Out of respect to all employees and for their own privacy and protection, it is the college's policy not to comment on personal matters. Over the next few months, the college will conduct a national search for the next head coach of the LCCC Golden Eagles women's soccer program. During this transition, it is the college priority to find the best individual for this post while still maintaining a stable and effective women's soccer program. The program will continue without disruption throughout this interim. During this transition, LCCC will also consult with the National Junior College Athletic Association to conduct a thorough review of the women's soccer program. The college believes this review will provide a strong foundation to set the direction for the future of the program. More information will be available on this review in the future. Laramie County Community College is grateful to Jim Gardner for his service to the college and the LCCC Golden Eagles women's soccer program. His success on the field is to be commended. We thank you in advance for your understanding, support, cooperation, and patience during this period of adjustment.
Hand that to me, and I'm going to read a portion of this that kind of lends to a speculation. Again, just pure speculation here, all right?
And I think, yeah.
And you read it right here where he says, from the Public Relations Department, during this transition, LCCC will also consult with the National Junior College Athletic Association to conduct a thorough review of the women's soccer program. The college believes this review will provide a strong foundation to set the direction for the future of the program. More information will be available on this review in the future.
So reading between the lines on that is, again, was there a rules violation? Was there a rules violation? Was there something more than meets the eye of what happened with head coach Jim Gardner and, again, that program and LCCC in general? Again, without them giving that opportunity, or at least coming out and saying what it is exactly. Again, you can only read between the lines and say, is that the reason why Jim was fired at this point in time? Was it a rules violation? Is it something? Because, again, NJCAA is the same thing as the NCAA, where, again, what we see with, what happened at Louisville, Ohio State, those are at least rules that were violated, and committees had to come in and figure out, or at least deal with those situations. It sounds like we have a situation here in town, here in Cheyenne, over at LCCC, involving the women's soccer program. Well, we can only assume.
Again, and we're not going to do that. We're not going to assume. No. But like I said, you read.
We will wait until at least that review comes in of what the NJCAA has found out in their at least thorough process.
But to me, that release right there dangles a carrot in front of me.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so it lends me to believe that something went amiss.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, again, neither side is saying anything, so it's hard to grasp what's going on.
Well, other than at least Jim, who did, again, in the letter, and it's a lengthy letter that he sent out to the players, again, of what he said, but it was kind of vague as well, too. I'm not going to read through it. It was at least kind of bullet points did address of just his tenure there, of, again, how successful the program was. Again, cannot at least deny of what Jim has done for the Lady Golden Eagles women's soccer program. Again, teams that have gone to the national tournaments, won Region 9 championships, again, sent off multiple athletes to bigger and better, at least career opportunities, school opportunities. Again, he has, one of the top, at least, winning percentage records across NJCAA Division I soccer. So,
well, think about the town, the city of Cheyenne, and the youth that has been under his direction, soccer-wise.
Yeah, whether it's Cheyenne East.
Yeah, whether it's camps, whether it's coaching at Cheyenne East, whether it's coaching the LCCC program. Jim Gardner is pretty famous in this town.
He's well known. He's well known, especially across the state.
In soccer circles right now.
And I wouldn't even say just Cheyenne. Again, across the state, across probably even the tri-state region. Again, whether it was
Region 9 too.
Well, and again, that encompasses with Nebraska, probably at least the Western Panhandle. Again, Colorado as well, and again across the entire state of Wyoming. He is well known. He is well known for what he has done for soccer in this city, and if not here in the state of Wyoming. So this is big. This is big news that is going to ripple across. And again, interesting to see of what the NJCAA finds in their review.
Again,
if they find anything,
don't even know if that could be a scapegoat.
But that's
paragraph.
But I'm just saying that is something that LCCC, again, they have admitted and they are going to pursue, is work with the NJCAA. So we do know that as a fact that a committee of some sort will come to town and investigate what is happening with the women's soccer program.
And then also, too, a national search is going to be underway. So, again, until either side really kind of steps forward, and really they don't have to if they don't want to.
No.
As far as I'm concerned.
And again,
we've thrown the door open. The athletic director sat down in here before and talked to us.
Oh, yeah.
Coach Gardner sat down here and talked to us under different circumstances.
Probably better, at least terms and everything.
But what I'm saying is if they want to come on in, or if they feel that, we're going to be
they need to squelch
on the battering ram side, then don't come in.
Well, I'm just saying also, too, of what I at least put it out to both parties right now, or at least two entities to represent both sides. Hey, this is a platform to squelch anything that it might be in public eye right now, or at least public word that is misconstrued or at least incorrect information. Again, giving those at least parties that opportunity here on Wyoming Sports Talk today to speak out against, again, if anything they see is incorrect, let us know. Let the community, let the state of Wyoming, let whoever needs to know, let them know that this information is incorrect. But again, like I said, as I alluded to before, again, AD Clark Rasmussen did decline to join us today to speak on behalf, and again, did not hear back from head coach, or at least former head coach, Jim Gardner as well. So,
all right, well, again, we're going to kind of let sleeping dogs lie.
And again, all this information,
I know it sent shockwaves throughout the community once it was officially released.
And I think this is going to be felt through the community, at least community, for quite some time. I think this is going to be a big, certainly a big story to keep on at least following for probably a few months. And it depends on when the NJCAA comes into town and investigates. Same with also, too, of the hiring process to fill the void. Again,
but
who
again,
will be
you're saying you're speculating if they come in to investigate at all. We don't even know.
Well, again, of that statement there, it sounds like they're going to be.
If there was anything involved. Again,
I'm just saying again, they're going to investigate, but we don't know if anything is.
Between the lines on it. Again, that's our speculation.
You might want to reread it because, again, the NJCAA will be investigating, but, again, what their findings will be, we do not know. And, again, that's what we're going to be interested in, if they find anything at all regarding the women's soccer program. So, again, investigation will happen. That is clear in the public relations statement there by LCCC. But again, what will they find? We do not know. And again, that will be the big. That's going to be the big thing.
And also, too, we also should get the other side of the story. Then we should hear former Coach Gardner's side of the story.
Absolutely.
If his reputation is going to be,
I'm willing to give him that platform.
Yeah. So again, like I said, the door is always open here in Wyoming Sports Talk today.
Do keep an eye out, especially on our social media sites, as I've been busy on the Facebook and Twitter side again posting. If you do want to see the full, at least player, at least letter that former head coach Jim Gardner did at least release to his players, again, did have that at least sent to me and again posted on our Facebook side, which you can just simply search on Facebook for Wyoming Sports Talk today, or it's facebook.com/WyoSportsTalk. So again, all this information and more, again, we'll pass along as soon as we get it, whether it's on social media or here on Wyoming Sports Talk today.
All right, we're going to take a time out. We'll be back with more right here on Wyoming Sports Talk today for this Thursday afternoon.
1480 KRAE is your home for live play-by-play coverage of high school basketball and football. Hi, this is Nick Brody inviting you to hear all the play-by-play calls of East, Central, and South football and basketball. You'll hear the conference action along with the postseason, and during the basketball season, 1480 KRAE features both boys and girls games. Catch all the exciting calls on AM 1480 KRAE, also streaming the games worldwide on the web at 1480KRAE.com.
Are you tired of paying ATM fees? Hi, this is Rick Flood, president of Platte Valley Bank in Cheyenne. Use your Platte Valley Bank ATM or Visa debit card at any ATM anywhere. We won't charge you a fee on our end, and we'll reimburse any fee you incur at any other ATM. That's right, no ATM fees at Platte Valley Bank. How about that? Platte Valley Bank, 3310 North College Drive and 421 Band High Avenue, or pvbank.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
You can count on Platte Valley Bank. Community banking for you.
Winter driving in Wyoming. Are you prepared? Winter storms strike quickly across Wyoming's high plains and the mountains. When they do, driving conditions can deteriorate rapidly and become very challenging. Make sure your vehicle is ready for the elements and you have an emergency preparedness kit available. Driving on slick roads, always remember slower speed, acceleration, steering, and braking. Also turn off the cruise control and always buckle up. Ice and snow. Take it slow. Know before you go. For travel info, call 511 or online at wyoroad.info. Paid for by Federal Highway Safety Funds. Feeling that cool Wyoming breeze in the early morning? So now's the time to make sure your furnace is in good repair. And Marv's Plumbing Heating, 1515 Logan Avenue is the place to go. Marv's trained technicians can inspect, repair, and replace your furnace and boiler and are available 24/7. Freezing temperatures in Wyoming can happen at any time. No one wants to shiver in their own home. Don't get the chills. Stay cozy. Call Marv's Plumbing and Heating at 316-7634 today.
Here's the latest weather forecast on 1480 KRAE.
Weather-wise for today, sunshine and breezy. Westerly winds at 15 to 20. We're calling for a daytime high of 49. Clear skies for tonight, a low down to 27 degrees. Sunshine for tomorrow, we're expecting a daytime high of 55. And for Friday night, a mostly clear night, our low down to 30 degrees.
Here the season never ends. From Wyoming sports to the Broncos in Denver. From Rockies baseball to talking hoops with Nuggets basketball. Local, regional, and national. This is Wyoming Sports Talk Today, right here on AM 1480 KRAE.
We're back on Wyoming Sports Talk Today. Well, while we were doing our game last night, also keeping an eye across the hill because the Cowboys were in Laramie last night. Cowgirls.
I mean, you're the only one keeping your eye on that. Again, who at this point, who cares?
Well,
the season's a wash.
I understand that, Nick. But
why should we focus on the Cowboys at this point?
It's still our job.
I get that, but
at this, what they're doing, good, bad, and different. And again, we can also formulate our opinion, good, bad, and different.
The opinion is not going to change at this point in time of what the Cowboys are. Again, the result I don't think is going to change other than when we see San Jose State once again. They're in San Jose, California,
and that might reverse.
Possibly,
it was a close game between those two.
Yeah, it was tied at half there in Laramie. So at this point in time with the Wyoming Cowboys, again, report, hey, you were competitive to a certain extent. The defense.
To the early part of the second half, and then you were done.
And then Fresno State just took care of business there in Laramie and just won that contest.
And, oh, by the way, Fresno State lost to CSU. We still have yet to play the Rams.
You act as if you're surprised by that. Again, the Rams are a competitive
No,
team.
I think you told me earlier that they weren't that good, and
I don't think I've ever said that.
I could have sworn you said that they weren't that good this year.
They're probably not. Again, are they competing with the upper echelons of the Mountain West? Probably not, but they are a team that fights, a team that does compete, a team that is, again, not really win heavy, but it is a team that does not back down to whatever competition that it does see. Again, especially there are a few contests that they've had at Moby Arena where it's come down to the wire where they've almost snuck away with kind of upset wins there.
Like I said, this is, one of the worst records, and I'm not going to say worst performances because, I mean, they're trying, they're just not good. That's the bottom line. This is not a good team.
It's a heavily injured team, and again, they're feeling repercussions at this point in time.
And the ones that they recruited are not that good. I'm sorry.
They're not good right now.
They're not.
Could
they're not Fab Five material.
Could they develop in years to come? You can only hope so. But at this point in time,
they're not more years to develop.
Well, I get that, but I'm just saying they're not D1 ready at this point in time. But
no, not at all.
Again, moving away from the Cowboys again. As
anyways,
they lose again. How about
they're 5-16? They are now 1-7 in the Mountain West Conference. Now over at the Save Mart Arena last night, the Cowgirls won.
Yeah, the Wyoming Cowgirls also, too. We have not mentioned this since we have been away from Wyoming Sports Talk today. But if you did not see that, Coach Joe Lagursi did pick up his career 300th win, at least past Saturday, I do believe.
In Laramie. Now it was 301 last night.
Yeah, 301 as they finally ended a long streak of losses against Fresno State Lady Bulldogs. So congrats to the Wyoming Cowgirls getting the road victory last night against Fresno State. So where, again, one entity is forgettable, at least with the Wyoming Cowgirls. Again, you expect this out of Coach Joe Lagursi, where, again, he is consistent. He is a winning head coach. He knows how to get it done. He knows how to recruit his players over there. And, again, we're just seeing more of the fruits of the labor of what he puts into that program. And, again, of where, at least, again, Fresno State has been a thorn in the side for the Wyoming Cowgirls. Finally took care of it.
Well, you're also seeing consistency in the program with him being there.
And I think
stability in the program.
It's been stable for years now.
And you're also seeing a situation with the Cowgirls where they have that opportunity not so much to rebuild, but they get that opportunity now to reload.
And I think we're seeing that. Again, this is that 1 year where, again, you are missing, Liv Roberts, who did graduate at least last season, who was a phenomenal
You got the up-and-comers now that
Absolutely.
are stepping in.
Again, whether that is a Bailey Cotton, again, where everything is, right now it is showing that with Coach Joe Legursky and the Wyoming Cowgirls, yes, they don't rebuild. He has a set where they're going to reload every single year and try to be competitive in the Mountain
West.
And
again, we're no stretch of the imagination. A UConn where they just, every year. But the thing is, out here in our part of the world, Coach Legursky is getting that quality player to replace and step in and again, reload. So, there might be a slip game or two, but the thing is you're seeing a very consistent program on the floor each night out. So a tip of the cap to Coach Legursky. Let's see what else we got going on. We haven't really talked about it. And we watched yesterday because we were holed up in the hotel room for quite a bit, and we had a chance to watch ESPN. The story won't go away. I mean, they've got Sean Payton, at the Super Bowl.
Oh, I've given up on this story.
I know, but
there's more pertinent news that came out, especially basketball-wise today.
Well, we'll do that too, but I'm just saying, here's Sean Payton, and they're still drilling him about the championship game. It's like, it's done, it's over with, guys. Nothing's going to change.
Well, again, you're looking for that one soundbite, or again, whether media personnel out there who are diving, trying to get him to slip up or say something that he's not supposed to. Or
he's already said that crew sucked.
Yeah.
They blew the call. There's other calls that were blown. And it's like, it's done. It's over with.
Well, and same thing also, too, again, with all the hubbub around the Super Bowl, obviously, again, all the media, especially with ESPN out there covering. It was kind of a situation of yesterday watching where it was a live coverage of Roger Goodell's press conference on the state of the NFL. Guess what? It just quickly changed the channel because it's at this point he's going to feed you garbage, and that's what he did.
And to the public, nobody cares what he has to say anymore.
No.
Nobody cares, and the country.
He can say whatever, but is it going to change? Is the NFL, the state of the NFL, where again there's major issues throughout? Are they going to change anytime soon? Absolutely not. No. So again, anything he says, it's complete garbage at this point. And does anyone believe him at this point in time? I would like to at least hope and think that no one is buying into what Roger Goodell is saying, hopefully. And I think that probably does reflect of where fans are vastly. You kind of. I'd love to see his approval rating at this point of where it's at. It's got to be in the negatives.
It's
got to be in the negatives.
It's low. Nobody cares. But again, like you said, Vince McMahon is paying close attention to watching each and every boffo that the NFL does. But
Vince McMahon also, too, again, and Commissioner Oliver Luck, where I've at least noticed that he's out there doing the media thing as well, too, talking around Super Bowl, at least the upcoming Super Bowl, of kind of promoting of saying, hey, here's the NFL. It's a train wreck right now. Come watch the XFL. It's coming in 1 year.
And they're hoping that it won't be the train wreck that it was some 10 years ago.
Like I said, XFL had good ideas.
Real quick here, since we are going to be in the basketball mode with our LCCC Coaches Show coming up here in a few minutes. Yeah, what the heck's going on here? Talk to me.
New York, at least the Knicks, are unloading once again. They are pretty much cashing in as, again, they're terrible in the East. They've been terrible for quite some time. But, yeah, the New York Knicks, they've cashed in once again, trading the big man. Porzingis, he will be heading to the Dallas Mavericks along with a few other players.
Trey Burke, Courtney Lee, and Tim Hardaway Jr.
Yeah, Trey Burke, again, that was your draft pick. Again, touted at least personnel out of, again, I do believe out of Michigan. Again, Tim Hardaway Jr., a good talent as well, too. He was an up-and-comer that the Knicks were trying to rely on. But, yeah, again, a lot of big names, a lot of potential big talent heading down south to the Dallas Mavericks.
That was salary movement today. That's basically because look who the Knicks got: Wesley Matthews, Dennis Smith Jr.,
no one,
and DeAndre Jordan.
That's your only big name is DeAndre Jordan.
Yeah, but again,
and he's a shell of himself at this point.
Porzingis, Burke, Lee, and Hardaway Jr. basically was salary money that went to Dallas.
Well, essentially, it was the move right there was the Knicks just saying, hey, we're rebuilding once again. We tried it, and it didn't work. Dallas, here, take our up-and-comers and see if you can do something with it because we haven't been able to. And I think Dallas Mavericks right now, they won big time in the trade today of, again, all that potential talent. Dallas, again, we'll see what happens with these pieces mixing at least down there in the Big D, but Dallas could be a team in the next few years to take a serious eye on of they could be, that team that could upend a Golden State, or at least that dynasty of, again, this
it's going to take a while.
That's why I said years, if you listen to my
No,
statement.
I know,
there,
but it's going to take years.
Again, Trey Burke, he's showing. Again, we already know with Porzingis of what he can do already for the Knicks. He was the leader of that team at this point. He was doing phenomenal things on a bad Knicks team. But again, Trey Burke, one of the top talents, or at least highly touted in the draft when he was picked up. Again, give him time, and I think Dallas could possibly be a team that does something special in years to come, in my opinion. And again, I believe in that talent. Again, Tim Hardaway Jr., he has stints of he could be like his pops as well. And again, if that translates well and he adapts under what Dallas is building down there, it could be a very scary team. But who knows?
It's a wait and see.
Yeah.
So what's going on? And again, like I said, we just got a couple more minutes here. This Anthony Davis hubbub again going on in New Orleans. It went on last year. Remember last year? And correct me if I'm wrong. Davis was lipping off saying, "I don't want to go to the Warriors," because remember the Warriors were involved in everybody.
They were thinking of picking him up, and he's been adamant of saying, "I don't want to join the Warriors." But Anthony Davis did come out about last week, if not earlier this week, again, as I'm trying to remember the news. But for Anthony Davis, he's basically requested for a trade. He doesn't want to be part of the Pelicans, and the Pelicans have kind of reciprocated that. And I do believe in last night's game there at the Smoothie King Center, they removed him from the highlight reel altogether, so they pretty much moved on with Anthony Davis, as much as he's still a part of that team for now. But indications are, he's going to be traded, but the question mark is where. He would love to go to the L.A. Lakers, but right now the Pelicans are being strong of saying, it's not up to you. It's up to us.
Yeah, we hold the rights. And again, I don't think Davis is one of those veterans where he can block trades. It's kind of not so much like baseball, but he can't decide where he goes. It's up to the Pelicans.
Yeah,
who makes them the better offer.
And that's kind of the wait and see. And again, a lot of teams have put in at least their offers at this point in time. Again, it would be for Anthony Davis if he is traded. Again, besides the LA Lakers, his indication is it's going to be a 1-year deal. He's going to take the free agency and then eventually move on to the Lakers. So it's sounding for Anthony Davis, he's going to be a Laker at some point in time. Right. Will it be this year or will it be in 2020 when he's a free agent? But again, the question's only to be seen. But again, a lot of names being tossed out of will he join. Again, the Knicks were one party to pick him up, but obviously the Knicks have just kind of cashed in and said, nope.
They kind of fire-sailed.
We found a partner with Dallas. Boston as well. Toronto has been active. Golden State as well, too, has been at least prying on it. I highly doubt he's going to the Warriors at this point. But again, a lot of teams, obviously he is a big name, a big threat on the inside. Again, a lot of teams very interested. But
you notice, though, what he's doing to his stock value right now? Either he's purposely devaluing himself or the Pelicans are devaluing him, because now he's going to be looked at worse than Kawhi Leonard as a troublemaker. Yeah, he's a good basketball player. Not going to take anything away. But then again, too,
I don't think
was Carmelo Anthony.
Carmelo Anthony's a head case. And I don't put him
every team he went to.
Well, obviously, again, I don't put Anthony Davis or Kawhi Leonard on the same level as Carmelo Anthony of just how bad of a player, or at least how bad of a head case he can be.
Carmelo was a great player when he started with the Nuggets. Then he's just.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it, but he's a cancer.
He got too big for the game.
Well, that's clear. I don't think Kawhi's in that spot. I don't think AD is in that spot as well, too. Again, I think Anthony Davis just basically said, "Hey, I just don't want to be here anymore. I have no issue with what Anthony Davis did. He just basically said, "Hey, I don't want to be here anymore. Trade me away, please." I had no issue. Now, where difference is between him and Kawhi Leonard kind of pouted and did his own thing of going, "Yeah, I don't want to be a Spur anymore. I don't like this team. I don't like San Antonio. I want out of here." He kind of pouted his way. Anthony Davis, he basically just said, hey, I just want traded out. I'm tired.
Well, and right now, New Orleans is going to make it a little difficult on him. All right, we do need to get to the top of the hour, which we are at the top of the hour. We need to move on into our LCCC Coaches Show. We will have ladies head coach Brian Ortmeier joining us here in the first half hour. It'll be Coach Ortmeier solo today, and then we'll have Coach Jason Ficca at 4:30. Kyle Cabbs, the freshman from Denver, Colorado, joining us around 4:45 today. Jason Ficca at 4:30. We're back in just a bit.
This is 1480 KRAE Cheyenne.
Also being heard on translator K266CC Cheyenne at 101.1 FM.
What you are about to hear is a sports talk radio show unlike any other that has ever before been broadcast in the capital city of Cheyenne, Wyoming, USA. This is Cheyenne, Wyoming's Sports Talk Authority. The Wyoming Cowboys, the Denver Broncos, the Colorado Rockies, and the Denver Nuggets. The show is local, it's regional, and yes, the show is national as well. Wyoming Sports Talk Today is on the air. If they're talking sports on the radio in Cheyenne, this is the place it happens. This is Wyoming Sports Talk Today.
Hour number 2 of Wyoming Sports Talk Today, our LCCC Coaches Show, brought to you by Laramie County Community College. Also, we want to thank Mars Plumbing and Heating, 1515 Logan Avenue, Mondello's Pizzeria at 1507 Stillwater Avenue, Suite D in the Greenway Commons, across the street at 1508 Stillwater Avenue. It's First Tier Bank. Banking done the old-fashioned way. Customer service Monday through Friday. See Tim and the great staff over at First Tier Bank. Lennox Auto Body ×2, where you'll catch Heather and the great crew at the Auto and Truck Repair Center. Over on Dunn Avenue, you will find the Auto Glass and Detail Center, conveniently located on Pershing Boulevard. Medicap Pharmacy for all your pharmaceutical needs on Bluegrass Circle, next door to Texas Roadhouse. Platte Valley Bank with 2 banking locations. First on the east side, you'll find them at the corner of College and Pershing. The original location over on Vanda High Avenue. Key of Cheyenne over on Nation Way, where the 18s really got to go because the 19s are on the lot, and they want to start putting those in driveways today. Key of Cheyenne over on Nation Way. We also want to thank Chick-fil-A at the corner of Windmill and Del Range, Ray and Cindy's Place. Where, matter of fact, they're right across from Menards, where they have 2 convenient drive-thrus, and they're open 6 days a week. Jolly Rogers RV Sales and Service on Highway 30, your home for Jayco RVs, fifth wheels, travel trailers. Check them out today over on Highway 30. And Taco John's of Cheyenne, where there's a plethora of things going on. But tonight sounds like a 6-pack and a pound night.
You're on it. There you go. Get on it.
Of Cheyenne. Nick is going to tell us about the scoreboard here in just a moment. And our scoreboard is brought to you by Pepsi of Cheyenne. Where are you taking us?
I was going to say, you're gonna take us to go get that 6-pack and a pound, as simple as we wrap up things here at 5 o'clock.
I bought you candy last night. Get out of here.
Whoop-de-doo. I buy you plenty of things. Yeah.
You buy me grief.
Yeah, anyways, NHL action for tonight. 3 games on the slate. Boston Bruins at home at the TD Garden, taking on the Philadelphia Flyers. Rangers of New York in New Jersey, taking on the Devils at Prudential Center. And last but not least, the Winnipeg Jets at home will host the Columbus Blue Jackets. That's what's happening. NHL action for tonight. Before you get into the NBA slate, I do want to remind folks, Giant Stampede in action this weekend. 3-game homestand at the Ice and Event Center. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Friday against the Northern Colorado Eagles. Saturday and Sunday against the Steamboat Wranglers. Friday and Saturday, 7:35 puck drop. 1 o'clock matinee contest on Sunday against Giant Stampede, and at least in action at home at the Ice and Event Center coming up this weekend.
And on the NBA slate for tonight, the Pistons at the Little Caesars Arena hosting the Dallas Mavericks. It will be the Pacers and the Magic in the Amway Center in Orlando. Raptors tonight in the Scotiabank Arena hosting the Milwaukee Bucks. It will be the Nets and the Spurs in the AT&T Center in San Antonio. At the Oracle, the Warriors looking to extend their current win streak to 12 straight as they will entertain the Philadelphia 76ers. Lakers and the Clippers in the Battle of the City of Angels tonight. That will take place at Staples later on tonight. Our scoreboard brought to you by Pepsi of Cheyenne.
Hi, I'm Alex White, tea master at Pure Leaf. When I make tea, everything I know goes into it. You can't be impatient. When I craft Pure Leaf iced tea, I don't take shortcuts, because I want you to have the same amazing taste of iced tea that I do. So I start with fresh picked tea leaves. Then, after they're delicately dried, I blend and brew them at a lower temperature to draw out their unique aromas. And then I taste and fine-tune the blend for a delicious smooth iced tea. I'd love to have you take a sip right now, but that's one thing we can't do over the radio. But you can experience the same delicious taste of Pure Leaf iced tea anywhere you are. I'm Alex White, Pure Leaf Tea Master. Pure Leaf, our thing is tea.
You love the Lennox difference, from collision repair to minor nicks and dents. Certified quality you can trust. Nobody cares about your car more than us. Lennox Auto Body, we do what we say. We fix it right and get you on your way. No shortcuts, no compromise. Lennox Auto Body. No shortcuts, no compromise.
Lennox Auto Body at 1020 Dunn Avenue and the Detail Center at 617 East Pershing Boulevard, Cheyenne.
Hop into the KRAE Time Machine each Monday through Thursday for the golden age of radio, featuring famous radio classics such as Jack Armstrong and Suspense Theater, along with pioneers in the entertainment industry like Bob Hope and Abbott and Costello, along with many other performers who've captured our ears many, many years ago. Join us for the golden age of radio Monday through Thursday, 8 until 10 p.m. on 1480 KRAE, also 101.1 FM, and you can also stream all of our programming on 1480krae.com.
In life, you question everything. The same should be true when it comes to managing your wealth. What are your investment recommendations based on? How much are you paying in fees? And how can those fees impact your returns? Charles Schwab encourages investors to get engaged and ask tough questions. To learn more, call the Schwab Cheyenne branch at 307-459-0998 or visit schwab.com/Cheyenne. Charles Schwab and Company, Incorporated. Member SIPC.
Got something to say? Then get it off your chest right now. Phone lines are open at 307-514-1071. Make your opinion count and call the show. Wyoming Sports Talk today.
First half of our LCCC Coaches Show, and we get the coach for the full half hour, which great to talk to. You know, unfortunately, we can't have one of the players in. Schooling.
Today was all about getting rest and catching up on homework.
Right.
And then the couple girls we did have available today, they work part-time on campus at the daycare center. So they picked up some extra hours today, again, just having the free afternoon. So we just didn't have anybody that worked out well.
But the key
Brian Ortmeier, head coach of the LCCC Lady Gold Eagles, joined us.
But
here.
The key word there is rest. And again, do appreciate you joining in as we're all pretty much tired of getting back into town. What 5 a.m. I see you got the big.
I got
he's
home
got the
in
big
time
coffee
to shower.
Yeah,
go to work.
I'm shocked. I got the medium-sized coffee here too. It's been going pretty steady all day, but. No, you get used to it over the years. I know it was kind of a random time to be getting back into town, but I think for the girls, they got decent sleep on the bus. You know, we tried. Most of them don't have class until 9 since we do practice in the morning. So they were able to get back to campus, get some rest, but the message was get to class.
Talk about at least keeping again, the theme or at least consistent right now of something that what we saw at least last night up there in Powell. It's something that is kind of a consistent theme so far right now for LCCC women's basketball is winning. 5 games in a row so far at this point in time. Again, as you do see it, sit 15-7 overall, 6-1 in the conference play. Again, after last night's victory over Northwest Lady Trappers. So again, 5 wins in a row so far.
Yeah, and very proud of the team. Very proud of their effort to go on the road and get 2 good wins. Going up to Gillette, having that close one. You can come up with every excuse to when you go up to Powell. With the distance and trying to figure out the travel schedule and. Sitting in a hotel all day, and they showed up, and they played extremely well. We shot the ball well, defended pretty well for the most part. Got off to maybe a little slow start, first quarter, but, we come out of halftime after we made some adjustments and just blitzed them and went up to, we ended up getting up, I think, 28 and winning by 22, so just great effort by the girls.
Obviously, as you and I have talked about this before, didn't see the first-year team, saw obviously a lot of the second-year team, but I'm starting to see good basketball distribution right now by your team and points off the bench. And I think when you get to a situation as we get into tournament time, and again, hopefully that run will be a significant one for the Lady Golden Eagles, but all of these things are starting to heat up and make this team a better basketball squad.
Yeah, I think personally we had a talented team last year, but I think the thing is our bench, the difference is our bench is giving us more production this year. It's giving us different looks that we can throw at teams. We can go with some smaller lineups when we go Kia to the high post and we go Robbie and Ariel playing the two of the guard spots, and we can throw out there any combination, with those three, Carly or Gabby, and basically we have 4 players that can play the point guard, and we have a post who can take it off the dribble. I mean, we can do so many different things just based on the personnel that we have. We can go with a little bigger lineup. We can go, and I want to say bigger, I know we're talking, 5'10", at a couple different spots, but we can go purely small, go with speed, go with shooting. You can go with kind of some better defensive lineups we have, and it just I think, again, as we get later and later into the season, if you can get that depth to be able to give you production off the bench, it keeps your starters fresh too.
Yeah, it's interesting talking about shooting, where last year they went into that funk and that slump, and it kind of just everybody didn't want to touch the basketball.
Yeah.
And then we saw a little bit of that right before Christmas. All of a sudden now we're seeing you could have 4 beyond perimeter shooters out there, and they're not afraid to put it up. And even your power forward in Courtney is not afraid to put them up too. So I'm liking the confidence that this team has now anytime they have the basketball in their hand.
Yeah, and that's how you got to play. You got to play with that confidence, and especially at this level, you can't be afraid to shoot the ball. Especially like I said, if you're a college athlete. So to know that they're shooting with that confidence as we get to these last 7 games, this second half of the conference slate, it makes me feel great as a coach, knowing that they're playing with a lot of confidence. And again, we get good distribution. We've got a lot of kids that can fill it up quickly. And again, when we have 5-6 kids hitting outside shots, it makes it really tough for them to be able to play off and pack the lane. So it gives us driving options. It gives us drive kick. It gives us a lot of different things that we can do.
Well, something to also be proud of, whether it is the offense that is clicking right now, but also through the defense has been very solid as well as what we saw last night against Powell, kind of keeping them outside of the middle. Again, you talk about not having that massive size, but again, the lack of size still proved to be at least very useful. Again, denying the Lady Trappers and again kind of pushing them to the outside perimeter where they were shooting a lot of threes, but thankfully they weren't making a lot of them.
Yeah, when I got back on the bus, I was kind of surprised to see that 38 attempts. That's a lot. I think, again, over the last 10 years, I've maybe seen one team that it was their goal to try and shoot anywhere from 40 to 53s a game. That was Utah State Eastern. So, and they were push the ball, one pass, shoot it. It was just kind of what they did. So, again, knowing that they didn't shoot the 3 very well, we were able to kind of play off and double team. They tried to ISO some of our guards to see if they could get that lob in there a couple times. And our girls now, and again, we've done that now the last 4 or 5 games where we've had a mismatch at one spot. They try and post them low, and our girls now they're very used to going down there and having a double team and help. So, again, their execution piece has been good, and for us, that's helped us defensively.
It's interesting, too, and you and I have had this discussion about every game you play, you're always undersized, so to speak, and with Kylie being your tallest player at 6'1", but I'm starting to see some help for Courtney now, and I'm seeing Haley getting down there at 5'7". Jakia always is battling. Jakia thinks she's 6'5", I mean, she's almost reaching over, but I'm seeing Carly in there battling with the tall timber. Jessica came in last night, gave you some good boards when she was in. She's at 5'9". So again, they're not intimidated. I guess that would be the word. They're not intimidated by the Juliana Riberos, who's 6'3" out there last night, or Larson, who was a stout 5'11". The kids, the young ladies are in there right now, and they're muscling up with the big ones.
And they've handled that extremely well. Even going back to that stretch we had right before the Christmas break, where McCook had a couple bigger girls. You had obviously Otero had a couple bigger girls. I don't think we handled that quite as well, especially on the defensive side. We kind of shied away from some of that contact on the boards, and we're getting out rebounded. So again, I think having that. Everything kind of feeds into each other. So when you see them playing with so much confidence on offense, I think, again, that kind of translates well into what you're doing on the defensive end. That confidence carries over. They're playing more physical, and they're doing a good job of keeping those 6-footers, 6'1" type kids off the boards.
Now, looking at the standings after, again, last night's victory, again, 5 straight wins, 15-7 overall, 6-1 in the conference play. That puts you second place right now, just behind Casper, and we'll get to that as that will come up this weekend. But to you as a head coach, again, seeing right now the progress, again, as being from the beginning point of this team to where it is right now, again, second in the North Division, again, one of the top teams in Region 9 play. I mean, what is that? Just give us your thoughts on just seeing that kind of at least development for your team right now.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm excited for the girls. I think, again, they've put in a lot of work and a lot of time. Again, we start back in late August, and they put in a lot of time in the preseason in the weight room. And, you want to see that translate for them once they hit the regular season. And, now that we started our conference play and we're halfway through, and to know that we're sitting at 6-1, I guess my main message to them is finish. Don't lose sight of what's worked so well over these first 7 games. You have to continue to compete. If you slip up somewhere, let it go, show up the next night, because, again, you've got to keep that consistency from game to game to game. Specifically over these last 7, we're going to have, if I remember correctly, I think we've got 4 of them on the road. And, again, we've got some tough locations we got to go play at. So, and, again, you look across the board in our league, it's very competitive from top to bottom, so you can't overlook anybody. I think it was last night, Gillette ended up winning on a 3-pointer with 6 seconds to go over Western, and Western's sitting there with 4 wins, and Gillette's kind of more or less a game behind us, I think, for second. So you can't take nights off, and again, I'm proud of what we've done to this point, but my message has been finish. Keep the focus, keep pushing forward, and take it that one game at a time.
When you get a situation like this, and again, you're not 22-0, you're 15-7, but you're 6-1 in conference play, and I'm actually glad that there's not one young lady here because we can talk a little more freely about it.
Yeah.
But when you start building this program as you have, stair-step it each way, and this year is a lot better than last year, you start getting inquiries, I'm venturing to say right now, on certain players. That has to make you feel pretty good, too, that as a coach, you and Coach Ronaldo have put this team together, and it's starting to gel. The way you envisioned it, but also too in the long run, you're trying to send these young ladies off to something bigger and better after LCCC.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, that goes with the time that they've put in and the work. And so again, it's exciting. I know, again, a lot of times with the junior college recruiting, it drags out a little later just because they're going to go try and stockpile their high school talent first. So again, we've got some good recruiting looks for a couple of girls, and it'll be fun to kind of see where they end up.
All right, we're going to take a timeout. We are going to head back and chat more with head coach Brian Ortmeier, the LCCC Lady Golden Eagles head coach, right here on 1480 KRAE. It is our LCCC Coaches Show, brought to you by Laramie County Community College.
There's a place where possibilities are boundless, where curiosity runs rampant, where exploration becomes opportunity. With Laramie County Community College, you can discover the best version of yourself. It's time to take on new challenges, to enrich your life, and to create the future you deserve. Your story unfolds. Laramie County Community College. Apply today. Visit lccc.wy.edu/yourstory.
When you say Mondello Pizzeria, think authentic Italian. When you say Mondello Pizzeria, think made fresh from scratch. When you say Mondello Pizzeria, think great pizza, delicious Philly cheesesteak, superb hot and cold Italian sandwiches, meatballs, sausage, and special subs, calzones, crisp salads, and great service. When you say Mondello's Pizzeria, think unmatched Italian taste. Mondello's Pizzeria, 1507 Stillwater Avenue, your only true Italian stop for lunch or dinner.
Capital Lumber is number one in Cheyenne. Are you listening? We're all the lumber store you'll ever need.
For over 50 years, Capital Lumber Company has offered a full line of hardware and lumber selections. Plenty of materials, even for the do-it-yourselfer. So talk with one of the many experts today at Capital Lumber Company. Capital Lumber Company is the best in the region, and they are your true value hardware store. Lumber One in Cheyenne. Capital Lumber Company at 1222 Dunn Avenue.
Cheyenne Urological has been the cornerstone of urinary care to Cheyenne and its surrounding communities for over 20 years, with doctors Bryant, Everett, Gajewski, and their highly trained staff providing top-quality treatment for prostate cancer, urinary tract infections, kidney stones, impotence, and incontinence. Cheyenne Urological is now offering cutting-edge robotic surgery. So call Cheyenne Urological at 635-4131 for compassionate, expert urinary care. That's 635-4131.
Here's the latest weather forecast on 1480 KRAE.
Weather-wise for today, sunshine and breezy. Westerly winds at 15 to 20. We're calling for a daytime high of 49. Clear skies for tonight, a low down to 27 degrees. Sunshine for tomorrow, we're expecting a daytime high of 55. And for Friday night, a mostly clear night, our low down to 30 degrees.
You bleed brown and gold? So do we. Wyoming Cowboys football and basketball is always front and center on this show. This is Wyoming Sports Talk Today, and it's here on AM 1480, KRAE.
We're back on Wyoming Sports Talk Today.
Coach wanted to get into the NBA talk, and it's like, if he wants to.
Well,
we have the big trading.
We can do that. Just a little bit.
Are you a Knicks fan?
No, I'm not. I mean, I follow it, but I wouldn't say I'm a Knicks fan. I did think it was funny today. I saw somewhere on Twitter that somebody made the comment that it's funny, or it's great to see the Knicks clearing all this cap space for next year since Melo's going to be back. He'll be back on the market. So.
Yeah. Well, but also, too,
he's made appearances at MSG, and they still love him there, apparently.
That's true.
What about the situation in New Orleans with AD?
You know, it's fascinating. But, you know, I get both sides. You know, again, they're sitting him out. They don't want to see him get injured. I guess he's coming. He has a fractured finger right now, so he technically can't play. But I think what makes that situation so much different than what they had with Kawhi, like you guys were talking about last year, Kawhi, he shrugged that out and he complained and he sat in the sidelines where, you know, the Pelicans are in a great position because they've got so many different suitors, and the suitors that they're looking to trade with have so much talent. So they're well off if they make a trade with the Lakers. They're well off if they make a trade with Boston. You know, so they're in a good situation, so you don't have their fans sitting there constantly complaining about, well, we're going to get left with nothing. Where Kawhi, you know, they didn't know who they were going to trade with, and I mean that was such a circus too. So I think that's why you don't see the Pelicans fans in an uproar, is that they know they're going to get probably a good pick in the draft. Plus, whoever they trade with, they're going to get a stockpile of talent back. So they're in a good spot. And again, with the Porzingis thing, even going to, I think that's crazy too. You're going to trade for a guy who hasn't played a basketball game in over a year.
Yeah.
And, you know, you don't know what – and
you're banking off his talent.
Yeah, exactly. And they got to do physicals and all that stuff too. But I think that's it's a risk. I mean, if it pays off, they've got a heck of a duo there. But that's such a risk to take a guy who hasn't played.
That's kind of Mark Cuban's MO of taking those risks. So
let me throw out a couple numbers at you as we get back into our conversation now. 92-70. What does that remind you of?
Some bad defense.
That would be the last time
a lot of three-pointers early in the first
That would
quarter.
be the last time we played the Lady Thunderbirds at Sweet Erickson Gymnasium. Again, Jay Johnson came out and she was on a ball of fire. I mean, she couldn't miss.
Yeah.
They came out and threw up. Well, let me see if I got the numbers right here. They threw up 40 3-pointers against you and connected on 16. So. As I've seen you bounce back and forth, 2-3 and man-to-man.
Yeah.
This is the team that's tough to defense either way.
Yeah, and I think that's the one thing that when you watch them play against other teams, you see other teams really struggle with that too. You'll see some come out with some 2-3. You see some come out in man-to-man, 1-3-1. I mean, you kind of see everybody throw everything at them, you know, the kitchen sink and everything. So, you know, one thing that consistently worked pretty well against them even last year was playing zone against them. Northwest College gave them fits twice. You know, a couple of teams that they struggled with and had lost to had zoned them. So, again, if you get them to miss early, you know, you can get them frustrated. But, I mean, out of those, like you said, they hit 16 of them. They hit 9 of those in the first quarter. So once we settled in, kind of adjusted, we ended up playing most of that game man-to-man. We competed a lot better on the defensive end the final 3 quarters. But, just digging that first quarter hole, it was pretty damaging.
One thing they have proven, their goddesses at Sweet Erickson Gymnasium, mortal on the road. They're 8-5 on the road. They're 10-0 at home. So with that being said, and again, you know, it's JUCO basketball, but enemy gyms are enemy gyms, and again, we get them in our place.
Yeah.
Different setting. What do you think?
Yeah, and you know, again, even looking back to a week ago, I want to say they played at Western Wyoming. and we're down 2-3 points at halftime to again this with a team that's sitting in 7th place. So you've got to do enough to slow them down, frustrate them, make them take tougher shots. Again, I want to say despite them hitting all those threes, they also had 36 points in the paint. So again, they got their points in the paint, they hit their threes, they got to the free throw line. You got to take something away when you play a great team like that. And again, they had a couple players that typically hadn't hit shots that made just, again, they hit shots coming off stepping back behind a ball screen, and you'd watched them the previous 2 games missing, miss after miss after miss. So they played extremely well on offense, and again, we'll adjust our game plan this time, and we've got to play better defensively.
Now, with, again, theorizing of what's going to happen to come on Saturday, at least looking at the standings, is this able to say that it's battle for first place in Region 9 North between these two coming up this Saturday?
Yeah, it really is at this point. If we can get the split with them, it gives you an opportunity to go and try and win out just like they're going to try to do. And again, it just all depends on the schedule and how it plays out from there. So if we can get the split, it puts us in a tie for first, and then whatever happens from there happens. We have to win out, and they would have to win out too for us to finish in a tie. So again, if they go up 2 with 6 games to play, you have to then hope for upsets, and then they still own that head-to-head tiebreaker. So for us, it's important. We need to play well and see if we can get the split here at home.
And with that, that's what I alluded to, at least coming up this Saturday here on 1480 KRAE, 1480 AM, 101.1 FM, 1480KRAE.com, and video live streaming, as always, on Periscope and the 1480 KRAE YouTube channel. 5 different ways to tune in. It will be battle of number 1 versus number 2 in the Region 9 North. Again, Casper Lady Thunderbirds over at the rack. We'll at least take on the LCCC Lady Golden Eagles. Again, the Lady Golden Eagles on a 5-game winning streak at this.
Now, let me ask you this, Coach. We think about this team. They're a good transition team. They're big. Yep. They could shoot from the outside. Our ladies right now are shooting well from the outside, battling hard under the boards, and good transition. I mean, again, if you look at what we have accomplished over the last 5 games, we can match up with them, but on paper they still look like they've got, that one ace in the hole. So do you want to slow them down, and do you want to continue with your type of game? I mean,
yeah,
I'm sure they're going to be watching film on you and knowing that they need to slow you down as well too.
Yeah, and that's a great question. It's something that, again, that I've kind of been thinking back and forth about. Do you want to try and slow these guys down? You slow it down, and then that's really when they start playing their, they're pounded inside to the 6'2" and letting her go to work. So, I've seen it work both ways. I've seen NJC earlier this year. They actually tried speeding it up even more. They picked them up full court, and that's when they upset them the first time at home. And then they flipped it around, went up to Casper, and lost by 20. So, again, it can play either way. You just got to find a way, though, I would say, whether you speed them up or slow them down, you have to take away something that they do offensively well. So whether that's shooting the threes, you got to lock down there, let them have their points inside, or at least try and play even, or you got to take everything away from inside and on the free throw line and make them shoot. So, but again, bottom line, you just have to take one of those things away.
Final thought for me here is we got to wrap things up. Confidence. And one of the nice things too, that your Lady Golden Eagles are not, hey, we're the greatest thing since sliced bread, but they're playing with a lot of confidence right now. How much does that add to the equation heading into Saturday?
Well, again, when we played them the first time around, you play Thursday, one day off, and then all of a sudden you're traveling up there. So again, having that little bit of extra rest I think will help. But knowing kind of what to expect, and also knowing that we competed really well with them for 3 quarters. So again, the confidence thing shouldn't be a problem. And again, I don't feel like our kids should walk in there and be afraid to go play them a second time. So again, I think those things play into it. The fact that we've won 5 in a row, they should be playing with a lot of confidence. And again, and being at home, that should help as well.
Brian Ortmeier joining us on our LCCC Coaches Show. Good luck to you, Coach. We'll see you Saturday afternoon. And again, we're going to take a timeout. We'll be back with the men's head coach, Jason Ficca, joining us here as our LCCC Coaches Show continues for a Thursday afternoon. Brought to you by Laramie County Community College.
Are you looking for a pharmacist who will actually take the time to talk to you? Then come to Medicap Pharmacy. We're dedicated to healthcare only, which means we'll fill your prescription quickly. And then we'll make time to listen answer your questions, explain your prescriptions, and tell you about possible drug interactions.
Medigap Pharmacy will always make time for you.
Medigap Pharmacy, 1947 Bluegrass Circle, next to Texas Roadhouse in Cheyenne. Or call 635-3712.
Did you know that in rural parts of Laramie County, electricity is inexpensive and reliable because of electric co-ops like High West Energy? As an electric co-op based in Pine Bluffs, High West Energy is owned by our customers who share in the profits. We serve 10,000 customers in 3 states, including 20 subdivisions surrounding Cheyenne and F.E. Warren Air Force Base. We have been providing low-cost, reliable electricity for over 75 years, keeping energy affordable for 75 years. HighWestEnergy.com.
A Touchstone Energy partner.
Totally transformed. The new 2019 Kia Soul has an eye-catching exterior with an interior to match. I'm AJ Miller for Kia of Cheyenne, and the new 2019 Kia Soul has more to choose from, like available cool ventilated seats or heated seats for winter comfort. Kia Soul also has available technology like UVO, voice command navigation, automatic temperature control, and smart key with push-button start. Come by and compare Kia Soul today at Kia of Cheyenne or go to KiaofCheyenne.com and we'll make it easy.
There's a place where possibilities are boundless, where curiosity runs rampant, where exploration becomes opportunity. With Laramie County Community College, you can discover the best version of yourself. It's time to take on new challenges, to enrich your life, and to create the future you deserve. Your story unfolds. Laramie County Community College. Apply today. Visit lccc.wy.edu/yourstory.
For almost 60 years, 1480 KRAE has been Cheyenne's home for good times and great oldies. Add to that live play-by-play sports featuring high school football and basketball, along with LCCC men's and women's basketball. Now combo that with KYOY-FM, and you have Cheyenne and the area's only locally owned AM and FM radio stations. But we don't stop there. We also have 2 FM translators which serve the area with programming from both KRAE and KYOY. And that equals a lot of bang for your advertising dollar. Radio yesterday and now today, along with our websites, web streams, and digital ventures, makes us your one-stop shop. For more information, please call Don Morris at 307-637-0301.
We're taking Cheyenne, Wyoming Sports Talk Radio to a whole new level. This is Wyoming Sports Talk Today.
Don't look at me. I think these people are completely nuts.
Stop this crazy thing! And it's only here on AM 1480 KRAE.
We're back on Wyoming Sports Talk today. We get to talk to head coach Jason Ficca of the LCCC Golden Eagles, who last night
who's also gassed out like the rest of us as well.
Yeah, it was a long night, and they even wanted to extend it 5 extra minutes. But you know what?
It was a long night, but it was a happy night at least.
Yeah, it was a doubleheader sweep, and matter of fact, a sweep of the Powell Trappers as well. But we go back to that early part of the game, and I sensed that this thing was not looking too good for the Golden Eagles. It looked like it could have got away early, but chip, and they did.
No, we didn't get off to a good start, and Northwest did get off to a great start. We started in the zone, and they started off hitting 3 or 4 mid-range jumpers right over the top of David Applegren, and which is not really easy to do, but they were knocking in shots early, and we were waiting to see. We were letting them set the tone versus us setting the tone, and that's But we took their punch, staggered a little bit, and came back and delivered the knockout blow in the end. So I was really proud of our guys for that. That was good.
Their one kid, Howell, who was like an aircraft carrier, and he basically dominated inside.
Yeah, he forced his way
and had a couple of slips with the basketball, but also, too, I look at him and I look at a Congo, sometimes being aggressive and over-aggressive gets you into trouble, and I think that's what happened, especially in the inside later in the game.
Yeah, a little bit. They had some miscues that were pretty much unforced. So Northwest has some pieces, and like you said, 12. I know I don't remember guys' names. So number 12, the guy you're referring to, he didn't play against us the first time, but he was a load. He's hard for us to handle. He's strong enough to muscle his way to the rim on David, but he had enough bounce. Even though he's only 6'5", he has pretty good bounce. Had enough bounce to get up over him, or get up through and over him with his strength and size. He was tough for us, and he went 6 for 7 in the first half. But he sat a lot. I don't know what the issue was, but I don't think he was in foul trouble. But the way he was killing us, I just I would have had him in there.
Yeah, he picked up 2 quick fouls.
Him and Grandson, Congo, and him each had
3 fouls, but at least for Hal, he picked up 2 at least late there in the first half. And, yeah, we were talking about that of this playmaker that you have right now, again, not in foul difficulty at any point in time of the game. He sat for the majority, again, whether it was a health issue, but either way, it was a benefit for you guys where, again, he hit him sitting down, especially in that second half. Here came that charge where it was, again, we're talking about, it was a 15-point lead, I do believe, at a point in time for Northwest. And then here we are getting towards the tail end, and here comes LCCC, where lo and behold, a Tyrese Patoma 3, and we're headed to overtime.
What turned the game around, Coach, when you're down by 15? I mean, again, you're not there with the magic marker going, hey, guys, boom, this is it. I mean, what turned it around?
There wasn't a whole lot of X's and O's adjustment at halftime for us defensively. I thought after the initial spurt by them, I thought we were defending fair. We switched to man-to-man. And then we were kind of opposite. We were man-heavy, but we did still play some zone throughout the last 3 quarters of the game. So defensively, I thought we were guarding well. We just had to make them miss and secure loose balls. It's been our nemesis all year. I think we're decent at getting to balls. We're not good at securing loose balls and rebounds. So we secured a couple. Offensively, yeah, we needed Tyrese Patoma to get going. I remember remarking to Dwayne on the bench saying, we need Tyrese to knock down some shots here if we're going to get back in this thing. And we hung in there, and eventually, I would say the last quarter of the game, Tyrese started hitting.
No, he was clutch, especially there again to send that game into overtime. And I mean, for you, Coach, at this point in time with Tyrese, we've seen it throughout this entire season. But again, from beyond the arc at this point in time, the guy is clutch at this point, and you can have utmost confidence of just where again in a situation what we had last night at Powell. Hey, you're down by 3, or you need a big shot from someone. You got to feel pretty confident of, hey, Tyrese, take that shot.
Well, that was the exact same play that we ran to beat Western Nebraska here. What we call it gold. So it's kind of a half-court play. We have a series of end-of-game situations depending on how many seconds and if we have timeouts. We have we call it diamond, gold, and silver, and so that was gold. And we ran that same thing against Western Nebraska, and Tyrese hit the 3 to win it. And then we ran gold again last night, and Tyrese hit the 3 to send it to overtime.
While he was slumping in the early part, Courtney, David hooked up a little bit from the outside. Yeah. Mateo comes off the bench, and you see the difference in Mateo Zovko coming off the bench, even Kyle Cabbs too. Kyle may not show up in the box score so much with points scored, but his defensive prowess on the court opens up a lot of things for you as well.
Well, Kyle plays with very high energy level. He defends very well. Sometimes a little over aggressively. He picked up 2 early, 2 not early but quick fouls. So he's got to draw it back here and there a little bit, but. His energy and what he brings that doesn't show up in the box score, we've talked about it before, is really invaluable to our team, and that's why we started in the second half. We just felt like we had to have that on the floor as much as possible if we were going to come back and win that game.
But going back to Mateo, though, he's really settling into that, coming off the bench now. And, again, I'm really liking, the confidence on the outside, but not afraid to go inside. I mean, he's going to take it against anybody.
Yeah, he's been pretty good driving to the hole and pretty good with his mid-range shot. And then a couple games ago, I made a simple mention to him about shooting the ball on the way up. And I noticed that he was getting to the top of his jump shot, top of his jump, and he was then trying to release the ball. And there was literally a hitch in his his body would buckle as he tried to snap it off at the top of his jump. So a couple of games ago, I mentioned something to him like shoot it on the way up, and
it's all fluid now.
Yeah, since then it's gotten a little bit better, and I remind him of that 2-3 times during the course of a game, like shoot on the way up, and I don't know if it actually did anything or not, but he believes that recommendation has helped him. So hey, if maybe it's just a placebo I gave him, but if he believes it's helping him, then I'll keep saying it.
Not a knock against Mateo, but the only little tweak that he needs as well too is he still has that European extra step every once in a while where he'll drive, but he does take that extra step every once in a while.
He's got the Euro step, and those in Europe and a lot of international places, they're taught to not flop, but they're taught to react to contact as if you were fouled. And here you're told, play through contact, play through it. And so, every once in a while, I think he's getting better at playing through it as he adjusts to this style of play. But once in a while, he still, feels the contact and throws his head back.
And we saw it on the potential offensive charge he was looking for work, and he kind of flopped. But it's like, hey, Mateo, you're still walking a bit.
Yeah, you got to go through that. You got to
real quick
play through some stuff.
Before we go to the break, too, want to mention Stefan Manzi again. Whether the shot is there or not for him, I'm really watching him closely now too, because he will be beyond the arc, and then he'll bust inside again. Where Stefan is 6'8", but he's a strong wind gust could knock him over.
Yeah,
but he's not. He's going there and he's battling with the big boys.
No, his effort is, Steph plays as hard and as consistently hard as anybody on our team. I don't think anybody has played harder over more minutes than Steph has. So it's been very valuable. His versatility and positions he can guard and positions he can play offensively. And now if he throws in those, he's been shooting the three pretty well, reasonably well here for the last month since Christmas. So he throws in a couple threes. He did take one bad one. He took that step back in transition, and I kind of reminded him, stay in your lane there. That's probably not your game. Take the open drive, draw, and kick one, but step back off the dribble in transition. That's probably ill-advised. But other than that, I thought he had a really nice game.
Could I be negative Nelly here and say we're still struggling from 15 feet?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, in a sense, Tyrese. Yeah, I don't think missing.
And I'm not talking just Tyrese.
Yeah,
as a team, we're struggling.
Well, we were 7 for 10 in the first half, and I thought for sure we'd miss more of that. But I think we had missed the front end of a couple 1-and-1s. So I always count missing the front of a 1-and-1 as really 0 for 2. So in my mind, we were more like 7 for 12 in the first half, and then the 4 for 10 in the second half. And so we have to address that in practice and spend more time. Tyrese is our best free throw shooter. But I think actually him missing that second free throw helped out because the guy that got it, 24, was not a ball handler, and he kind of panicked. I think they had something set up to run, and
he couldn't get the ball. Darius Webster could not get the ball out of his hand,
and he took it and never really got a good look at the rim. They had plenty of time. I think 7 seconds or something like 7.7. So. Yeah.
Either way,
it worked out.
Yeah, I was going to say, fates aligned where, again, you picked up the victory last night on the road in Powell against beating the Northwest Trappers, where you do stand right now at 10-13 overall, move to 3-4 in a four-way tie right now for third place in Region 9 North action. Just give us kind of quick thoughts on just where we're at right now in the standings, as now we're into the final month of at least the regular season.
Yeah, I mean, it's like we've talked about. Sheridan and Casper have kind of separated themselves from the pack, and then there's a big pack at 3 and 4. It's going to start to sort out here. Obviously, it'll sort out, but we've been through it. We're halfway through a number of games. We still haven't played Eastern Wyoming, and we're already on to Northwest a second time and Casper a second time. So it's a little disjointed how we go through the season, but. I feel really good about our chances of staying in the third and fourth and staying in third or fourth and getting the first round bye. That sweep in Northwest is huge because that's a tiebreaker, a big tiebreaker situation there. So right now, amongst the teams that we're tied for in there, I think we are 3-1 against those three other teams with games to play. But right now, as it stands, I think we would have the tiebreakers in that four-way tie. So,
for instance, again, just going off of his point with Northwest, again, getting that sweep, Northwest right now is also 10-13. They are also 3-4 in conference play as well.
Right.
And, Coach, are you here by yourself today?
No, we've got Kyle out.
Okay, real quick here before we bring on Kyle. Do want to talk about Casper, Thunderbirds. Again, as you said, the two teams, which would be Sheridan and the Thunderbirds, have distanced themselves. But I look back at the Sweet Erickson Gymnasium contest. We threw up a lot of points. I know we gave up a lot of points. This is a team that is it's built for speed and good from the outside as well.
Yeah, they're a very high-powered offense. I was looking at some numbers today. Most all of their offensive numbers, points per game, and are all field goals made. They're all in the top 3, 5, 8, 10.
The Bont kid and Adamu are the two names that come out.
Yeah,
come to mind.
They can really score, but I think we'll be ready tomorrow emotionally. I feel really good about where we're at, and so we got to come up with some strategic things to slow them down.
You made a comment, and I don't mean to interrupt, but you made a comment to me on that post-game show about David. You said David won't let that happen a second time, where they kind of dominated him inside and had their way with him. His footwork will be a little bit better, you said.
I think so. I mean, he realized it, and we'll watch some video tomorrow on that and remind him of some things and give him some tips on how to be a little more productive and be a little better defensively than he was up there. So I think we'll be ready. I think the guys have been waiting for this rematch a little bit.
All right, Jason Ficca, join us on our coaches show here, our LCCC Golden Eagles coaches show. And again, looking forward to chatting with you on Saturday as we get ready for the Thunderbirds, 4 p.m. tap time in the rack. Our LCCC coaches show brought to you by Laramie County Community College.
There's a place where possibilities are boundless, where curiosity runs rampant, where exploration becomes opportunity. With Laramie County Community College, you can discover the best version of yourself. It's time to take on new challenges, to enrich your life, and to create the future you deserve. Your story unfolds. Laramie County Community College. Apply today. Visit lccc.wy.edu/yourstory.
Check out the huge savings this week at Town & Country Supermarket Liquors. Here are just a few of the terrific weekly specials.
Our Super Radio buys, heard only right here, feature Malibu Coconut Rum, 1.75-liter bottle, $21.99. Modelo Especial, 24-pack, 12-ounce cans, $25.49. And Crown Royal Gift Box with flask, 750-milliliter bottle, $19.99.
Town & Country Supermarket Liquors on the South Greeley Highway, Cheyenne's low-price leader.
MHP is a certified public accounting and consulting firm located in Bow, Cheyenne, and Fort Collins, offering accounting, tax, and consulting services to businesses, not-for-profit, government, and individual clients. MHP takes pride in their commitment to providing close, personal attention to their clients. They also continue to invest time and resources in continuing education, state-of-the-art computer technology, and valuing their relationships with you. MHP is a proud supporter of local and UW athletics. MHP, 314 West 18th Street, or call 634-2151.
If it happens on the diamond, the hardwood, the field, or even the ice, we'll talk about it on Wyoming Sports Talk today. Hi, this is Nick Peretti inviting you to join Larry Peretti and myself each weekday from 3 to 5 p.m. as we, along with our special guests, talk sports locally, regionally, and nationally. And you can chat with us too at 307-514-1071. It's Wyoming Sports Talk today only on 1480 KRAE, and you can stream live with us at 1480krae.com.
Here's the latest weather forecast on 1480 KRAE.
Weather-wise for today, sunshine and breezy. Westerly winds at 15 to 20. We're calling for a daytime high of 49. Clear skies for tonight, a low down to 27 degrees. Sunshine for tomorrow, we're expecting a daytime high of 55. And for Friday night, a mostly clear night, our low down to 30 degrees.
Fat, lazy, and stupid is no way to conduct a sports talk radio show. We've thrown down the gauntlet, upped the stakes, and made it clear that when it comes to sports talk radio in Cheyenne, there's a new player in town. This is Wyoming Sports Talk Today, and it's only here on AM 1480 KRAE.
Right now, we get a chance to talk to freshman Kyle Cabs from Denver, Colorado. And again, Kyle, who was battling an injury bug, good to have him back playing right now with the LCCC Golden Eagles adding a lot, especially with his defense. Kyle, first off, as we were kidding about that bus trip to Powell, you know, you're in the metro area. Did you ever make any 7-hour road trips like we did last night?
Absolutely not. I mean, most of our high school games were probably 15 minutes to maybe an hour, if that. So that 7 hours was really very different, especially for the athletic standpoint.
Well, it's got to be a shell shock as well, too, again, from the metro area to the remote reaches of northwest Wyoming where, hey, there's not a whole lot to do. Let's go shoot around and have at least eat pizza at Domino's. But
go shoot an elk, too. What the hell?
Yeah, at this point.
Real quick, Kyle, you know, and we talked with Courtney, you know, also from the Denver area. Is it kind of strange, especially when we had the games against Trinidad and Otero, and even when we were playing up against Western Nebraska, you see some of the guys that you used to play against or might be former teammates of yours? Is it kind of weird how you see all spread out throughout the 3 states?
Yeah, it's definitely kind of weird. I mean, it's good to see that that we're all playing college basketball. I mean, that's a dream for all of us. So it's kind of weird, but I mean, it's good at the same time.
Talk about at least recruiting again close by, at least Denver to Cheyenne. Again, a lot of opportunities, a lot of JUCO, a lot of Division I schools. But what brought you to LCCC?
Definitely one of our ex-coaches, I guess, was talking to Jason Ficca when I was running track. So when he came down, watched me run track, and then gave him a highlight reel. So that's what really got me into contact with L Trip from there.
And what are you currently studying right now at LCCC?
Right now I'm doing social sciences, but looking to transfer into aeronautical engineering when I go to my 4 year.
Yeah, so hence the reason why he's got the NASA hoodie on.
You know, again, if you had that opportunity to go on in basketball, would you like to continue your career in basketball?
Yes, sir. Basketball has always been a love and a passion, so I want to, if it's using me, I want to at least use it all the way till the ball stops bouncing.
You know, as we look at the team, and again, great win last night in overtime. That was a fun one for me to call, and I'm sure you guys enjoyed it on the floor as well. But you know, Coach Ficca has a lot of confidence in you guys, along with Coach Salisbury. A game like last night, you know, and I noticed it on the bus when we were coming back. You guys were kind of fired up a little bit. It was kind of a nice win. You got Casper coming up. You still got some conference matchups. Tell me a little bit about the confidence. And again, I notice now, too, with you playing again, you know, no more foot injury, and that's good to see, too.
My conference is definitely difficult. It's definitely having at least 3 nationally ranked teams in our conference, so it's definitely difficult. But, I mean, it's a good chance at the same time getting to showcase what we can do against those powerhouse teams. And, yeah.
Just getting that all squared away again, as we got a big one coming up this Saturday again, as it will be number 12 ranked Casper Thunderbirds. They'll be in town over there at the RAC. Now
he didn't play in that game against the Thunderbirds. He was still kind of nursing the injury. So I know you'd want to be on the floor against that one. When you were sitting down, and again too, you watch.
Yeah.
And that's a tough thing to do, you know, sit on the bench and watch. But what do you do when you're watching? I mean, are you kind of envisioning yourself guarding this guy or taking shots? What are you doing when you're sitting there recouping?
You definitely sit there, take notes of when the next time you're going to be playing them. I mean, I was kind of visualizing myself, like in this instant, what I would do in this instead of doing that. And then you also want to talk to the guys on the court. Since you're not playing, you definitely still want to be a help on the court, encouraging guys. So just being on the bench, you just don't want to just be there. You also want to just be actively participating as well.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. Now, coming from the Denver metro area, as we ask every player that comes in, go on the pro ranks. Nuggets fan, I'm assuming, or what's the NBA team of your choice?
No, I'm originally from California, so I grew up a Los Angeles Lakers.
Oh, painful.
Steph Curry's my favorite player, so I've been following the Warriors. But
okay,
now I'm frustrated with the NBA, so I haven't been watching too much of the NBA.
Well, they're not too happy with the trade that happened today.
You're gonna get some kudos from us now, since we are, I'm East Bay Area guy, but some Warrior fans here now. So Kyle Cavs will get a lot more kudos on our broadcast, right?
We'll give him at least a little, maybe again play style.
He's a Steph fan.
He's a Steph fan, but I'm just saying maybe we equate him to play style of a Klay Thompson.
You become a Splash Brother. We're on you.
Absolutely. Now, as you talked, you want to at least pursue to at least carry on the basketball career, whether it's D1, D2, D3. Are there schools that are kind of on your radar? Are you looking to kind of retain in the kind of Colorado area, Wyoming, or is it just, hey, if this school offers me whatever the best opportunity, I'll certainly go out there?
Definitely whichever school really wants me, that's where I want to be at. I kind of have a bias going back home to the warm area. I'm not really too much of a fan of the cold and the snow, so California I would like to go back, but definitely whoever wants me is where I want to be at.
Hey, thankfully, we at least missed the polar vortex up there in Powell.
Final thought, as you're playing your freshman year of JUCO basketball, college basketball, what has been the major difference between college and high school?
The speed. So when I went back home to watch a couple of the high school games, you definitely see there's a speed difference. It's because of the shot clock. So you definitely, when you're watching, you're like, oh, that's a steal, that's a dunk. So like the athleticism is different. The physical bodies of these guys, they're basically grown men. So that was a very different, almost like a cultural shock to you when you first get into that first game. So that was a big change.
Well, and talk about culture shock as well too, of where you're playing with also two international players, especially on this team, whether it's David from Sweden, also to Mateo
from
Bosnia as well. Again, getting over that international flair of where they're playing European kind of style. Was that kind of difficult to try to at least adjust to their kind of play styles, or understanding, getting adjusted to them, so to speak?
Yeah, it was difficult. The Jamboree, if you guys would have watched, we kind of had it difficult. It didn't stand for too long, but after the Jamboree, once we started practicing every day, especially when we came back over the break, having practices 2 days a week, spending more time together, I guess we just got more comfortable on how each other play and what each other likes to do and what we don't like to do.
All right, well, Kyle, we appreciate you stopping on in. And again, it's always nice that we get a chance to introduce our audience, and they get to see you when you're playing as well, too, and make sure you let your fans know that, again, Periscope via Twitter and YouTube, 1480 KRAE on the YouTube
You got
side.
it. It's simple as that.
But, I'd rather be the voice
Anyways.
of LCCC. Anyway, thanks a lot. We appreciate you dropping on in. And, again, good luck against Casper coming up here on Saturday over in the rack, 4 o'clock tap time. What do you got?
Well, what do we got? You got to tell what's coming up here. As
I know what I got. I got a bed with my name on it here, man.
I think we all do.
This cowboy's tired. All right, here's what we're going to do. We're going to wrap up our program. Thank you again to Brian Ortmeier, ladies head coach of the Lady Golden Eagles. Thank you to Jason Ficca, the head coach of the Golden Eagles. Again, big win last night, OT, as they defeat the Trappers. Kyle Cavs most recently. So with that, our LCCC Coaches Show toast
is over. However, as we end every Wyoming Sports Talk today, we'll do it as well. It is January 31st. Go back to the year 1991, at least a little too early for you, Kyle, but I'll leave it out. It's a basketball reference to the Denver Nuggets. This happened on this day regarding the Denver Nuggets in 1991. It was an NBA record that happened.
It would have to be something with Alex English of the Nuggets.
Not even. How about Michael Adams?
Michael Adams. Oh, wow.
All right, so how about Denver Nuggets Michael Adams becomes the shortest professional NBA basketball player.
Shorter than Calvin Murphy? Holy cow.
To get a triple-double at 5'10", but that record does not stand anymore. Instead, a current Denver Nugget holds that record. He did it when he was with the Kings. How about one Isaiah Thomas at 5'9"? So, again, those are the shortest players to record a triple-double.
Do we have our Golden Age Radio Theater tonight?
Yeah, we do.
We got